Then, and it gives the nasociliary nerve. It enters into the orbit and it gives the sensory loop to the ciliary ganglion. So this ciliary ganglion, and it gives this short comes out, postganglionic fibers, they comes out. These are called by the short ciliary nerves. Called by short ciliary nerves. So this is the ciliary ganglia. So it gives the sensory loop. But here what happens? And it is also there the ciliary ganglion, and it receives the fibers from the Edinger Westphal nucleus of the third cranial nerve, and also some fibers they are entering into this through there is an internal carotid artery is there, and there is a sympathetic plexus is there, and through this sympathetic plexus and this this is a internal carotid artery. Around the internal carotid artery there is sympathetic plexus are there, and these three, and name the nasociliary, sensory loop and parasympathetic loop, and these fibers are coming, parasympathetic fibers are coming from the Edinger Westphal nucleus, and they runs around with the somato-motor fibers of the oculomotor nerve, and then it leaves the upper branch and it runs around with the lower branch, and these fibers they enters into the ciliary ganglion, and next, and this internal carotid artery flexes from there, and they also entering into the ciliary ganglion, and totally they meet together forming here forms the postganglionic fibers. They comes out from the ciliary ganglion, and these are the postganglionic fibers, and this totally collectively they are called by the short ciliary nerve. And the short ciliary nerve they enters into the eyeball and they supplies to the eyeball. And about these things we may deeply discuss in the session of the ciliary ganglion. That is a separate. Then this nasociliary nerve, and it in the lateral to the optic nerve. And it gives this long ciliary nerves. They are 3 to 4 in number. Long ciliary nerves. These are the long ciliary nerve. Long ciliary nerve, they are arising from the nasociliary nerve, and they runs towards anteriorly. First, the originating point is situated lateral to the optic nerve, and they crosses the optic nerve, and they runs anteriorly. They run anteriorly, and they enters into the eyeball. They supplies to the iris muscle and ciliary body, and the cornea is supplied by the long ciliary nerve. Ciliary body and iris muscle and cornea is supplied by the ciliary. And another, and this gives another branch. This is, and here there is a ethmoidal foramen is there. It gives the ethmoidal foramen, and this is called by the posterior ethmoidal foramen. Posterior ethmoidal foramen. It enters into the posterior ethmoidal foramen. This is a posterior ethmoidal nerve. So this posterior ethmoidal nerve, you see, and this nasociliary nerve, it runs along with the medial wall of the orbit, and first it gives the posterior ethmoidal nerve, and this posterior ethmoidal nerve, and it emerges out through this orbit, and it supplies to the sphenoidal and ethmoidal air sacs. And further this nerve, it runs along with the medial wall, then it gives the anterior ethmoidal branch. So this anterior ethmoidal branch, and it runs towards the, and it enters into the ethmoidal canal, and here, and it enters into the ethmoidal canal, and then superiorly, here there is a cubiform plate of the ethmoidal bone is there in the anterior canal fossa. Then, and on the anterior canal fossa, on the ethmoidal, first it enters into the anterior ethmoidal foramen. Then it enters into the ethmoidal canal. Then it enters on the superior surface of the cubiform plate of the ethmoidal bone, and it comes out, and it enters into the nose, and it supplies to the inside the mucosa of the nose. Then, and terminally, and it comes out as a inferior trochlear nerve. Inferior trochlear nerve. And these are the branches of the ophthalmic nerve. So once again you listen. Here there is this one is a superior orbital fissure. This one is a superior orbital fissure. In the superior orbital fissure, and there is within the trigeminal nerve, it gives the three branches: ophthalmic nerve, maxillary nerve, and mandibular nerve. And this ophthalmic nerve, before entering into the superior orbital fissure, it gives the nasociliary nerve, frontal nerve, and lacrimal nerve. So this nasociliary nerve, in the medial side, it enters into the superior orbital fissure, and in between the upper division of the oculomotor and lower division of the oculomotor nerve. In between these two, and there is a nasociliary nerve is there. So this nasociliary nerve, after that it enters into the orbits. So first it gives the sensory root, and this sensory root, it enters into the ciliary ganglia. So this root is accompanied by the parasympathetic fibers. In the nasociliary nerve, this sensory root, it is entering into the ciliary ganglia, accompanied by the parasympathetic fibers which are coming from the Edinger Westphal nucleus, and along with that, and there is an internal carotid artery, and there is a sympathetic plexus, and they also enters into the ciliary ganglia. They comes out as a short ciliary nerve, and this short ciliary nerve, and it enters into the eyeball. They supplies to the eyeball. This is one. And another nerve that is called by the another. It gives the long ciliary branches. They are 3 to 4 in number. They are arising lateral to the optic nerve, and the optic nerve, they runs towards anteriorly. They crosses the optic nerve, and they goes towards the medial to the optic nerve, and they enter then they runs towards anteriorly. They enters into the eyeball, and at that level, and they are going to supply the iris muscle, iris body, and